Alright, so basically, one of the biggest misconceptions in America is that racism ended in 2008 when President Obama was elected. But like, that's like 100% false. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, they do a great job of expressing that through their music. Kendrick Lamar, on his To Pimp a Butterfly album, his last album, he was real big on like empowering the people. And J. Cole, he does a great job of putting into perspective his life as a black man, famous or not, you know, that it's always a target on his back, and the cop gets behind you. As a black man, you're instantly going to like freeze up a little bit. You're going to drive a certain way, and it's crazy. I try to express those same sentiments through my, through my poetry, and I talk about dealing with the cops, because I've dealt with cops before, being pulled over, racially profiled, and that's pretty much it.
The goal as for black people, for the most part, has been to unify each other on the basis of a common struggle. But I think we've misinterpreted what the common struggle has been. I think Malcolm X said it in A Message from Grassroots. The racism struggle is the economic struggle in disguise. Us having a financial goal will pretty much allow us to have the courage to depend on each other. We were brought here, you know, as a means to better someone else's financial, economic longevity, let's say. Once we develop our financial goals, I think that courage will fall in place.
For me, Trayvon Martin was a point of departure. When relating Trayvon Martin to the ItsYouuuu movement, I can only speak on behalf of myself, and I can only speak about what happened with Trayvon Martin and how that affected me. When I heard on the news that he was murdered, I thought to myself that I could somewhat rely on a due process for what I felt was an obvious injustice. Here was a young man walking down in his neighborhood, going to get an iced tea and a bag of Skittles, and his life was taken from him. And the media talked about him as though he deserved it. In Baltimore, I carried those names with me. I carried those names with me in prayer, and I prayed to God that I would not become one of them. I prayed to God that I wouldn't become one of them. When the Baltimore Police Department raided my protest, they came down on us with batons and pepper spray. And I'll never forget, God Almighty, I'll never forget what they did to that 11-year-old boy and that 12-year-old girl. They clotheslined her neck and hogtied her limp body into the back of a police car. I carried these names with me. Trayvon Martin, you did not die in vain. You have not died in vain. You have not died in vain. We carry you with us. We carry you with us, and your name is so heavy on our soul. That's all I gotta say.
Just defining who we are as people, individually.
I'm telling you, right now,
it doesn't just have to be J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. You know, it can be any mainstream artist, not even just rappers, any artist. I challenge all y'all, the Meek Mills of the world and Big Sean's, any of y'all can bring these ideas into mainstream music and put those images of pain onto the radio and into the airwaves,
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.